Hi guys, it's Hugo. As you can see, it's a bit different than normally. I'm not at my office. I'm at home with my wife and two kids. You can hear, maybe you can even hear them in the background. I think the situation, the COVID-19 situation, affects all of us. Thankfully, I'm here to bring you some good news. We have included new tools in the toolkit, 50 new tools. I would like to highlight 5 of them. Starting with the first one, it's called a mindful goal focus. Now, often people have asked me, like, if I'm mindful, doesn't mean I'm not concerned with the future anymore. And that's, of course, a bit strange because I think, well, for most people, that's impossible. We have to consider the future, make plans, and so on. So, in this tool, we consider what we call a mindful goal focus, which is a balanced perspective on goals. It means that we make goals, we have goals in mind, we know what we're aiming at, but at the same time we're focused on the road to the goal, we're focused at the present moment. And this is a balanced way to relate to goals. And this is exactly what this tool is about. So it allows clients to see what kind of focus they have, and if they're not having a mindful focus, what is needed to create one. Then another tool is called finding your ikigai. I think that's the way it's pronounced. It's a Japanese concept. I love it. It actually relates to having a meaningful life. So what can we do to create a meaningful life? It's a beautiful tool for people who have no idea, how to find work, for instance, that is fulfilling. So what the model does, it says there are four key elements here that make up a meaningful life or a meaningful working life. The first one is you have to love what you do. If you love something, you're passionate about it. Of course, it's a very important, aspect. The second one is it has to be valuable. It has to be meaningful according to you. It has to contribute to something that you consider to be meaningful. And the third one, and this one is often overlooked, it has to generate money as well. If you want to make a living of it, you have to gain some, money. And without this, it's more like a hobby. But if you can make money with it, I think it's a sustainable way to also, keep doing it. And the fourth ingredient is you have to be good at it. So it's more related to skills. You have to deliver quality. If you combine those four, you have a high chance of finding your ikigai. The cool thing about this tool is that it helps your client to move through all of these ingredients and see whether there are things in life, clues maybe, or things that they're already doing that, when combined in the right way, create their ikigai. So it is a very powerful tool for people who want to find out what they should do in life to create a more meaningful existence. Then we have a tool that's called Seeing Through the Illusion of Need Projection. Now, this is a tool that came to me when I was on my way to my job, and I was to my office, and I was seeing this boat, beautiful sailboat actually, and for a moment I was fantasizing about what it would be like to be on that boat, and I immediately noticed that I was thinking that I would be finally having a more rest and peace and just enjoying the scenery and that kind of stuff. And then I realized that what I was doing, I was projecting the needs that I had at that moment. I had a serious need of rest onto that boat. And this is, I think, what happens often. We project our needs onto the future, and we say, well, once I have this, I will finally experience whatever. Many people say, when I'm financially independent, when I have so much money I don't need to work again, I finally will be happy, and so on. But this is, of course, a need projection. And the question is, what can we do at this moment to satisfy those needs without needing to project them on a symbol such as a sailboat in the future? Then we have a tool that's called givers, takers, and matchers. An interesting one as well. I think Seb and I learned through experience that in our business, there are many people that we collaborate with that are givers. They want to make our life as pleasant as possible. They want to help us grow. And some people, they're matchers. They, if you give them something, they will make sure to give the same thing in return. And of course, they're also what we call takers. And those are the people that you give a lot to them, but once you ask for something in return, there's always a problem and they cannot do it. And this applies, of course, to our own social life as well. And what we see in research is, of course, when we're surrounded by takers, it has a negative influence on our well-being. So this tool helps clients to analyze their social network in terms of these 3 categories. And then finally, and I think this is a very, very important tool, it's called Readiness to Change Assessment. Now, what we know from research is that when people are deciding to make a change, for instance, they want to quit smoking, or exercise more or whatever they want to do, it's important to consider how ready they are for this change. If you don't do so, you are probably very likely to, come up with an intervention for them that is not very helpful because you are not resonating with their starting point. So this tool is, you could say, about their readiness to make that specific change, and you can assess their starting point using this tool, and by doing so you increase the chance that your intervention, the things that you're doing, better matches the current situation of your client. So these are the tools that we came up with. I really hope you will love them as much as we did creating them, and that you will find them useful in these challenging times. I wish you all the best. Take care of yourself, and we'll speak soon. Take care. Bye.